Good evening, everybody, and good afternoon if you are over in the US. My name is Rebecca, and I have been so excited to host or co-host this Zoom today with you. This is for all of the mums who are out there who want to make a flexible income around the busy demands of being a parent. Now, I'm going to walk you through our amazing booking platform and everything that we've got access to in a second, but I'm just going to walk you through, first of all, why travel and why now? And first of all, if you wasn't aware, travel is the number one research category within the hours of 9 to 5. People spend over $10 trillion on it annually. And in fact, it's the number one thing that people do with their disposable income and their disposable time. And it's something that everyone does in one way or another, whether it's staycations, trips abroad, budget, high end, you name it. We're all doing it in one way or another. And we have the opportunity to leverage that and monetize it. So I've been part of this amazing business now for 6 years. So my background prior to this was working in the corporate world. As you can imagine, it was long hours, commuting in and out of the office. I had my 2-year-old at the time as well. I was studying at the same time. I was dropping my little girl off at the childminders at 6:30 in the morning, not picking her up till 7:30 in the evening. And I was frazzled. Not only was I frazzled and overworked and overwhelmed, I had serious mum guilt, which I know a lot of you can probably relate to as well. And I was looking for an opportunity to work for myself. And how I came across this business was through a friend of mine. I saw her posting on her Instagram and I ended up reaching out to her and I signed up off the back of a 10-minute phone call. That 10 minutes completely changed my life because within 2 years, I was in a position where I could leave the corporate world to work on my own terms, never ever look back since. Now have complete time freedom with this business. Now, as a mum of two, of an 8-year-old and another 2-year-old, I have the freedom to be able to spend my days as I please with my daughters and still have the income, the security, and the independence as well that comes with it. Now, it's worth mentioning that one of the things that I've learned over the last 6 years of doing this business is people usually want one of three things. They either want more money, more time, or the flexibility to work from anywhere. This allows you to create all of those things and more from the best and most lucrative industry that we all love and that we all use, which is travel. And how it works is there's two businesses that we have access to that work exclusively with each other. The first one allows us to book travel for ourselves and others and earn a commission back on it. And the second one allows you to refer people to the model, which allows you to build a residual and eventually willable income stream. I'm a company director, which means that I have a willable business that I'm able to pass on to my two daughters after I'm gone. And one of our other presenters is going to walk you through exactly how that works. But what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to share our booking system and exactly how you can benefit from our amazing travel prop platform. Also with this as well, it caters for everybody because whether you've got big goals or little goals, like I said, there's something in it for everyone. You might just want to use this for your own personal use. That is absolutely fine. You might want to bring an extra few £100s or a few $100s into your household every single month. That's absolutely fine. You might have big goals to do what I've done and what other directors have done in this company as well. The sky is the limit with this. You can create so many endless opportunities, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just share my screen and I'm going to show you exactly how our booking platforms work. So we are partnered up with the world's largest, highest paying and longest standing home-based travel agency business in the world. Over 30 years experience in the industry, operating in 20 different countries, 140,000 people at the time of this video currently benefiting from this platform, whether it's for their own personal use or whether they're using it for business purposes. Now, there's multiple ways that we can actually book travel for ourselves and for other people. And you'll be able to see here as well, it's not just hotels that we can book, it's things like flights, packages, airport lounges, airport parking, theatre tickets, theme park tickets, anything travel, events, activities, we can book it and we can earn commission from it. Because in fact, you might not have actually been aware of, because I wasn't aware until when I first looked at this, is that there's a hidden commission built in every single thing that you're booking. So we have the software and the systems to be able to earn that commission back. And I'm just going to give you a very quick demo on how easy it is for these systems to be used. We don't have any targets, meaning that we are able to book as and when we please for whoever we decide without any pressure. Like I said, the commission's uncapped. And I did mention at the beginning as well that we actually are the highest paying home-based travel agency business in the world. So what you would typically see between an advisor and a host is a 50-50 split in commission or a 60-40 at best. What we actually have is a 70-30 split in our favour when we first start. And then once we've earned £3,500 commission or the equivalent of $5,000 in a 12-month calendar period, it then goes up to an 80-20 split. And that's with a customer support team. And that's also not having to do any of the legwork, the invoicing or anything like that. It's all done for us. So that's our amazing travel platform. Now I'm going to bring up an amazing lady to the Zoom. She's also a mum and she's going to tell us a little bit about her story before we then pass on to Cassie, who's going to share about our amazing residual model that we have access to. So over to you, Melissa.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Blows me away every time I listen to that again and again. So I am Melissa. I am a mum of a 15-year-old SEN child. I'm going to keep this real brief and just tell you a little bit about myself, my experiences, why I'm here, why I started and how it all changed. So I was working as a strength and conditioning coach at the time of finding this business, not very well paid, but I did love it. I heard about this business through a friend. She went on a fabulous trip around the USA and splashed it all over her Instagram day after day on her stories. And I got really jealous. And when she got home, I was like, how did that come about? And she told me about a travel thing, as we all call it when we first get started. I get married this year, so I thought, well, this all sounds, pretty interesting. So I thought I might be able to have a slightly more luxurious honeymoon. Maybe I can make some money booking, the hotel rooms for my guests and, some other money along the way. And that was it. Low expectations, low goals. Wasn't even sure whether I'd still be doing it, after my wedding. And then my goals really quickly changed. Once I sort of realized what it was that I had, or got through the other side of the training and thought, wow, this is more than a honeymoon and a few hotel rooms. I got my son diagnosed with ADHD and ODD, and it was a real late diagnosis. He was 12, and I actually had to pay for that privately because of the NHS waiting list. And I had to beg, borrow, and steal for that money. And I was working all summer, leaving Ryan at home not long after this diagnosis. And then I got denied the October half term off. And I thought, do you know what? This is just absolutely not worth it. It is a job that I love, but I'm having to beg, borrow, and steal for something as important as my child's health. And then I can't even spend any time with him, that I should be able to anyway. So once I'd realised what this was, the uncapped income that I wouldn't be able to have access to anywhere else, the willable income that I'm sure Cassie's going to go into shortly, being able to be at home with Ryan, I just absolutely ran with it. I quit my job. I educated myself on the industry, and I really haven't looked back since. So I'm so excited that you're here and you get to hear what I heard 18 months ago. So enjoy. So I'm going to pass it straight over to Cassie now, who's going to take you through our second side of the business.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Melissa. Hi guys, my name is Cassie. I'm one of the company directors. I am a mum of one. I am a multiple business owner, and I am actually a 4-star director in the company, which means I've helped over 1,500 people start up a travel business. I've actually helped over 2,300 people, which is ironic considering I'm the biggest technophobe you will ever meet. And I was like, there is no way that I can have an online business. And here we are, 5 years later, I've helped thousands of people start their own. So if you're on this call and you think, bit of a technophobe, hello, I am your new best friend. There is always a drama before I come on these Zoom calls. I pushed the wrong button. I went into the wrong call a minute ago. But you know what, guys? We just get it done, don't we? Busy mums just get it done. My daughter is asleep upstairs as I do this call in the evening, and that's what I love about this. My other businesses do not run on my timescale, unfortunately. And what I loved about this business is I could get out of it whatever I wanted. So there's always going to be two types of people in the world. There's going to be people who don't like to book their own travel, i.e. my mother, who won't even book her own doctor's appointment. So she will always be my customer. I have to book her doctor's appointments. I have to book her travel for her, but I make commission on everything because of that commission that's built into it. Then there's the other people in the world, like myself, Rebecca, Mel, and every single one of you on this call who sat there and thought, well, hang on a minute. If there's commission to be made, I'd quite like to make it. So the great thing is you can cater to both people, to the ones who want you to book their travel and to the ones who turn around and go, I'd love to do what you do. I'd love to earn from travel, whether it's for bookings them and their family would be making anyway, whether they want to build a part-time income, full-time income, passive income. This platform is all about options. And I think that's key. And we need that being mums and dads. But this is a mum's call. So, it's all about us right now. Now, most of you may know this. I actually didn't until I heard the statistic, but 86% of all companies currently in 2026 have a referral program. If you think about HelloFresh, our neighbors are always cooking their tea and posting it now, aren't they? Never told us what they were having for dinner before. But HelloFresh look fantastic. Sephora, Nike, Revolut, Uber, American Express, they all have a referral program attached to it. And why do they have it attached? Because people want to hear from real people. We live in a world where AI is creeping in, there's paid ads everywhere. So it's so nice for companies to have real people sharing it so that the people looking in from the outside know that actually, if this is being shared, it's being used by somebody. They're not just being paid to say so. So our company started to move with the times just 10 years ago, although it's been operating for 35 years plus. 10 years ago, the people in the company said, hey, I've been sharing this with friends and family for free. It would be amazing if we could get paid for it. Tesco's are giving us club points and whatnot. And they were like, yes. Absolutely. So they attached a referral program. So if you come across the other people like yourselves, you can absolutely share this with them. You will get paid the following week for everybody you share it with. You get paid $50. And listen, it's a nice little top up because I've had friends who I haven't told about this and they've spoken to other friends and been like, oh, well, I spoke to Sarah about it. You never mention it. And I'm like, so somebody's going to get paid either way. It might as well be you. This is totally optional and totally separate to booking travel. The same way my American Express is still a banking system, but if I choose to share my link with somebody, I get points and they get points. It's win-win. So if you do choose to share it with people, you can generate up to another 6 paydays a month on top of the 4 amazing travel booking commissions that Rebecca ran through for you. This will help you not only top up your weekly pays, but it will also help you build a passive income, something that has been honestly life-changing for me. I make over 250K a year passive income from this, which again is insane because I'm a complete technophobe. But what I do know is I love to travel and I know everybody else loves to book things online. So I'm helping them with something they love. And what it's allowing for as well now is that my daughter will get an income based on what I earn for the rest of her life when I am no longer here. Something that my other businesses that I work very hard on will not. When I am no longer here, unless she gets up and works that business every day, nobody else is coming to give her that income. The beauty of this business is because we're in the business of helping other people, everybody that I help that have generated an income, the companies will pay me a match on what they earn, which means if I'm no longer here, for example, Rebecca, Melissa, if I'd introduced them to the business, they would continue booking, they would continue earning everything they earn. But because the company would pay me a 10% match of what I've helped them to make, and without it coming out their pocket, that would continue to fall into my account even when I was no longer here. So it's something that was a complete game changer for me as a mum. But passive income was actually a word that I had to Google 5 years ago. I had really no idea, unless you were renting out your house. I didn't know how else you would make a passive income. And I used to think, how do these people have so many mortgages? Like, how do they afford it? Being a technophobe, I had to really educate myself on this. Like Melissa said, I opened my eyes. I feel like we're all taught to stay in a box, but I was in the gym today at 11 o'clock in the afternoon and it was jam-packed. And I do walk in and I think, what's everybody doing with their lives that they can just walk around at 11 o'clock? And I'm like, the same as I am. They've moved with the times and it's 2026 and they're probably all making an income from their phones or their laptops. So, uh, this business obviously has a cost to run like any other. And what I loved about this, unlike my clothing brand that I lost in COVID, This business costs just £156 to get set up and registered. That includes all your licenses and insurances that Rebecca touched on, all the multi-million pounds worth of software and contracts to work with the likes of Virgin, MSC, Royal Caribbean, Jet2, TUI, Etihad, all these big giant brands, names, and insurance companies that you can't just partner with and get paid from. So when you partner with us, you partner with the best. Then every month to run your business is just £46 a month. Now, I used to have a beauty business. I used to spend more on eyelash glue a month than I did on this business. And believe me, when I used to drop that pot, when people's eyes were shut and I was putting eyelashes on, I could see that £65 just splattered all over the floor. So the good thing is with this, you're not going to get any creep ups here. You're not going to all of a sudden have your monthly bill of your business costs more than what it should. It's £46 a month for absolutely everything. And that also gives you access to your amazing insider rates as well, because that is the beauty of being in the industry. You get some fantastic benefits. So some of you will have been on this call and you'll be like, oh, that's 20 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. If you felt that way, we're sorry, but bear the person that brought you onto this call in mind, because there is going to come a time that you're going to book something loosely travel related online. So why not book it with them, not a faceless booking site? The person who introduced you to this call will be able to give you a better service than a faceless booking site. And they might be able to get you some perks, because guess what? They can talk to the hotels and the companies on your behalf. If you've been on the call and you've got loads of questions, don't worry, I was that person. I sat and watched I sat and guinea pigged out my best friend. We'll use the correct term. I guinea pigged her out for 6 months to see if this was worthwhile. I came sprinting into the business after I watched her make a lovely income alongside her full-time job as a chartered surveyor. So if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. Just reach out to the person who brought you onto the call. They'll be more than happy to answer it for you. Most of us had questions, but then there are some people, and this might be you might be on this call and you just know this is for you. And if you do, again, just reach out to the person. It's January. This is when everybody starts to think about where they want to go for the year. If you sit and think about the amount of conversations you've had with people about upcoming plans, trips, maybe you've spoken to people who would like another income, you could start to help them with either one of their queries, whichever way it is, and you could obviously help your own income by doing that and theirs at the same time. So whichever one it is for you, just reach out to the person who introduced you onto the call, and I really, really hope to see some of you very, very soon. Have an amazing night, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks. Good night.